Yo, what's good, my fellow Hollows? It's your boy, the Hollow Panther, coming at you with another amazing What If. And yes, this is gonna be a double upload. And go ahead and first watch part one of my new series. It's called What If Female Deku Was Kate Bishop. Make sure you get that watch before you go watch this series. And yet, this is going to be the finale of What If Deku Was the Son of Aquaman. And this episode gonna be an 18 plus episode. If you ain't 18 years old or older, please click off this video, or when the 18 plus comes, give a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes of that video, so you don't have to hear that. So I know. I wonder. I bet all you wondering why this series is so short, because let me straight up tell you, Aquaman Deku is overpowered. He would literally like one shot the villains of My Hero Academia. So that's why it's so short. So I hope you can understand why this series is so short. And after the series, I don't know what I'll probably redo. What if Naruto was in My Hero Academia, or continue What If Deku Was Meliodas, or make another, or do my other series that I'm saving to do. So let me stop rambling and give you a quick recap of what happened on the last part of What If Deku Was the Son of Aquaman. So what happened was they did the semifinals of the sports festival, and Deku won the sports festival. They had the Stain arc happen, and then the Island event happened. So that's the end of the recap. Hope you enjoyed the finale of What If Deku Was the Son of was the Son of Aquaman. So the story picks up at like during the school day. Mr. Isaiah told them to prepare themselves for the final exam. Everybody was getting worried, like, oh my god, it was freaking out because they didn't study. It was focusing on all the other stuff focus about their hero studies, and the whole thing happened at I Island. They didn't get a chance to study, so Momo decided to do a whole study session at her house. So everybody went to study with her, except for Kirishima. Bakugo told Kirishima, "Oh, you think I can't study? I couldn't tutor you shitty hair." And oh, yeah, of course, Bakugo. Like, Kirishima's sweat was dropping. Like, so during the time it was lunch, so Monoma was making fun of. Oh yeah, Monoma in class 1A. So Mo was chilling, and Kendall said, "Oh." Kendall told her fellow classmates, said, "Oh, we shouldn't worry, because I have a friend who was upperclassmen, said you're just gonna be fighting a robot." And both Kaminari and Mina was like, "All right, let's get it. I can let loose with robots." And Mina said, "Yeah." Zuko said, not to burst your bubble, but my big brother Calder told me, because we fought actual villains, they're gonna be different this year for us. Like, both Mina and Kaminari and I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, yeah, it's gonna be different for us. So we should expect the unexpected with this one. Like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! I mean, it's screaming out, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" So they did the whole study session. We got a time skip of the day of the final exam. Everybody was suited up. Kaminari and Mina was not too excited because they know that they ain't gonna fight robots. So the principal Nezu said, "Your final exam, you got to fight all. You you guys have to fight the teachers." Like everybody was like, oh, so that's why you hear Big Brother Cowder. Like, exactly, Izuku. That's why I am here. One of y'all have to face me to pass your exams. So, you hear this thing? I won't go easy on y'all just because you are my students. I hope you're ready. Hope you're ready for your fight, for your test. So, so all the fights happen the same as a canon. So, the one thing, both Monoma and AJ fought Midnight and passed. Because because AJ already knew Midnight pheromone only affect the male students. So he grabbed both of the grabbed a piece of cloth and covered their mouth, and both Monoma before he left, Monoma he touched Kirishima so he could copy his quirk. Both Monoma and AJ was tag teaming against Midnight, so they managed to capture her, giving them the win. So here's the thing that's gonna be different. For the team of Bakugo and Izuku, they're gonna both face both All Might and Cowder. Both Bakugo and Izuku say, "Wait, what? We facing both the number 100 hero and Cowder?" Yes, both me and All Might are gonna fight you, but we are gonna wear these restraints on us. So our power gonna be cut back a bit, but we ain't. So prepare yourself for our battle. All Might said, "Yes, you should prepare yourself." And before I forget, Kirishima and Sato did pass their exam because Kirishima had one for all. So they passed their exam. Only person that didn't pass their exam was Mina and Kaminari. So everyone was. So both Bakugo and Izuku were walking in the area. So Izuku said, "I think the best strategy to do is try to find the exit and escape." The Bakugo said, "What? You want to be a coward and run? No way, hell! I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight both All Might and Cowder. No way, hell! I'm losing against those two." So the match was started. Both Cowder and All Might dashed towards Bakugo, and Cowder dashed towards Izuku. Izuku summoned his water swords. Both Cowder and Izuku collided their blades. Cowder said, "Huh, very, very interesting, Izuku. You think you are getting your skills are improving. Well, I last fought you." So Cowder swung his sword, said, "Take this." They both clashing blades. Suddenly, Izuku changes his sword into ice swords. So Izuku was clashing with Cowder when All Might was just using the choice smashes on Bakugo. Bakugo tried his best to dodge it with his explosions. Then Bakugo used his ape. Then Bakugo hit him hit All Might with an Alistair impact, causing him to knock him back a bit. Like Izuku said, "Ah, shit, they holding us. They really pushing us back." Then he kicked he kicked Counter and grabbed Bakugo and escaped somewhere like back like he and he changed his ice sword back in the water blades and let him go. He said, "Listen to me, Bakugo. We need to work together. We're not gonna defeat both of them on our own." So both Deku and Bakugo was trying to figure out a plan. So they came up with the same plan like in canon. So Bakugo gave Izuku one of his gauntlets and he fired it. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry I have to do this to you, big brother Counter." Then he pulled a pin and blasting Counter straight in his back with the gauntlet. Suddenly, Bakugo pulled his pin and shoot it at All Might. That man is pushed All Might back a few feet, and All Might said, "Let's go, let's go. You catch up here." Or like, really again with the insults. Like, whatever, let's go. Both Azuki, he was water wave trying to make it to the All Might push his wind pressure back, then cracking, pushing straight into Bakugo's back, causing him to crack his back his bit. So only Counter touched the water, zapping Izuku. So Counter shocked Izuku off his wave. Izuku was missing his head like ah. Deku was covered in lightning, sparks of lightning. He said, "Dang it!" Like, "Hey, you catch up here. You all right?" Deku was still wincing in pain with tons of volts of lightning on him. Bakugo was just straight up using his quirk on both Counter and All Might. He said, "Take this." Bakugo suddenly All Might shattered Bakugo's gauntlet. During the shock, Counter managed to shatter the other gauntlet. Deku was still wincing in pain with all that lightning, all that voltage of lightning hitting him. So Bakugo said, "Shit, I'm on my own." So he kept on exploding him and exploding as hard he can. So you could only see Bakugo overusing his quirk. He said, "Damn it, Bakugo." Deku finally mustered up the strength to get up. That I won't let you win. Said, "Bakugo, move." Suddenly, Bakugo moved out the way. Zuko shot a huge wave at both All Might and Counter. Both of them like, what? "Oh, this not like All Might. This not good." "What you mean?" But, "Oh, what you mean, young Counter?" Finally, the water hit both All Might and Counter. Suddenly, Zuko froze the water, capturing both Counter and All Might, giving them the passing grade. So everyone passed except Mina and Kaminari. So they were doing a little shopping spree at the store to find for the training camp. So both Deku and Asui were spending time with each other, finding stuff to bring towards for the sports for the camp from training camp. So suddenly AJ had the whole talk with instead of Deku having to talk with Shigaraki, well, it was AJ. So Shigaraki asked all his questions like in canon, but to AJ, and he answered it. Suddenly, Izuku said, "Hey, AJ, who you talking to?" His eyes wide said, "Shigaraki." So he's like, Shigaraki. He formed his his water sword. He said, "Get away from my brother! Get away from my brother! You piece of shit!" He said, "Oh, look at the time. Time for me to go." So long, young curries. And Shigaraki left. And they informed the police that Shigaraki was here. And now we're gonna do a time skip of the day of the forest training camp. So everyone would so they was on the bus riding toward the toward the toward the forest training camp. So Izuku and Sue were sitting next to each other, talking and spending and cuddling with each other. So everyone else was talking, and suddenly they made it to the cliff area where they met the Wild Wild Pussycats. And Jiro asked a remark and said, "Oh, where Class 1B at?" Oh, and they pointed where the training camp was located at. And Kirishima said, like, everyone back in the bus." They all try to onto the bus. Man, suddenly Piggy used her quirk and made them fall out off the cliff. Fall off the cliff. Zuko said, "Hey, is everyone okay?" Everybody said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, we have to get to the training camp for sunset, or we don't get any lunch, we don't get any dinner. All right, let's do this, guys." He said. Everyone said, "Yeah." Then we started fighting the rock creatures, and both Zuku and AJ was making it a competition of how many rock creatures they could take down for our return to the training camp. So we're gonna time skip a few hours later. Finally, everyone made it to the training camp. Both Zuku won that competition by one monster. And AJ said the reason why you won because you took my kill. But you have to be quicker than that, bro. Yeah, whatever. It's only Lucas saw a boy with a red cap and was like, oh, hello. He's like, "Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Zuko Curry." Holly offered Koda the boy with the red cap his hand. Then the Koda straight nut punching Zuko. It's like, "Oh!" And Ida said, "A low blow. How dare you? How dare you put the man in the schoolroom? You're feeding a child." And Koda said, "I don't want to be lectured by you wannabe hero." And Ida said, "Wannabes? How old are you, kid?" Then Bakugo remarks that the kid had a lot of spunk. Then Todoroki said, "He remind me of you." And Bakugo snapped at Todoroki and said, "What did you say? What did you say?" Did I see? So they told him. He said, "All right." He told them to make their own dinner. So everyone was preparing dinner. And they were making curry. They were making ramen, fried rice. They're not making sushi because that's straight defending their friend. They're both because that's offending both Izuku and AJ because they're friends with fish. But they turn around and seeing Monoma eating sushi like Izuku said, Timmy, that's little Timmy, no. And everybody looked at Monoma like, Monoma, like, what? You you eating sushi in front of them? I'm like, oh, my apologies. Little Timmy, no. JJ, the humanity. They was crying anime tears seeing their fallen friends being turned into food. Like that. So you slap Monoma with our tongues like you are so unconsiderate. Cause they know that they control fish. Both Izuku and AJ control fish. And of course they gotta have a close bond with sea animals. So they finished dinner like he said, Izuki smiled and said, it's okay. JJ actually wasn't my friend. He was my brother's friend, so I really don't care. So, if you don't care, he said, "Oh, you should eat one of the sushi." Like you eating my partner, Zuki. Like what? Not he said, man. At least he look. He in the better look. He would survive. This is how we survive, brother. We eat our own. We had to eat our allies sometimes. They're really not that bad, bro. I was like, I swear, you've been spending time with these humans. You spend time with these kids. Hey, you need to learn to mellow out a bit, bro. Eating Someone eating seafood not gonna be the end of the world. He said, "Man, these are good. They are good." So you had one more sushi, then you continue eating his fried rice until Rogi eating fried udon. So we gotta skip to the next day. So they started their training. Izuku was doing his training and practicing with Ocean Master Trident. He was getting better and better at it during the time of training. And after AJ, he was training with Tiger on his hand-to-hand combat skills. And when time skipped to the night of the test of courage, of course, both. So only Mina and Kaminari was going to do remedial classes. Because they were the only two that failed the final exams. And Onuma was complaining, like he usually said, I want my treat. We want our treat, Mr. Aizawa. Aizawa said, "Oh, you want me to make tighten your restraints?" He said, "No, no, thank you, sir." What about that? Oh yeah. So everyone was doing their fourth test of courage, and Zuko said, "Oh, where's Koda? Have you eaten yet?" And Mandalay said, "No, he probably at his hiding spot." He said, "Oh, okay. Let me just give him some of this food, some of this fried rice, so he won't starve." And Mandalay said, "Oh, thank you, Izuku." I'm like, "No problem, Miss Mandalay." So Izuku went to Koda's hiding spot and give him the fried rice. The Izuku saw Koda and said, "Oh, hey, Koda. Oh, hello, Koda." And Koda said, "What do you want?" "Oh, I'm just here to give you some fried rice. I thought you would be hungry." He said, "Go away." And Zuko just put the fried rice next to Koda and said, "What's the matter, kid? What's the matter, Koda? Why you hate her so much?" And Koda told Deku what happened to his parents. He said, "So you blaming the heroes that your parents died? It's not the hero's fault that your parents died. It's that villain's fault that killed them." So he had that heart to heart talk with Koda, like in canon. So Koda was managed was start tearing up and hugged Deku. But he said, Deku said, "That's okay. It's okay, Koda. I'm here. I'm here for you. You should eat. You should eat your You should eat your fried rice before it get cold." Koda sniffed a little bit and wiped his tears and ate his fried rice. So after he finished eating his fried rice, suddenly a man in a cloak jumped towards them and said, well, this is good. God, I went here so I find two people to kill." So, who are you? But he took the hoodie off, he took the cloak off. Like, "My name's Muscular." The Coda's eye wide and said, "That's the man who killed my parents." Eyes wide like, "So you killed this kid's parents? How dare you?" And Muscular said, "Oh, you must be the kid of those water hose bastard that caused me the injury on my eye. So if I killed you, it'll have to be the end of the water hose legacy." Suddenly, Muscular used his muscle fiber to try to punch Koda. Deku straight caught his fist, saying, "For scum like you don't deserve to live." So Zuko just went all out and started beating the living shit out of Muscular, punching him, breaking both of his arms and his leg. All he formed a big ice sword, and he put it at Muscular's head. He looked at Koda. He said, "Close your eyes, Koda. I don't want you to see this." So Koda just closed both of his eyes. He straight slashed Muscular's head clean off, killing him. He said, "What? So he after Bakugo, huh? Who else? He'd probably be after me too, because Ultramaster is working with Shigaraki. I gotta get Koda back to Mandalay." He picked Muscular's body off the cliff and along with his head. Yeah, Koda, you can open your eyes now. He formed the ice back to a water sword, then dropped the water, splashing on the ground. Koda opened his eyes, just seeing Deku. The Deku grabbed Koda and he took him and he finally ran into Aizawa after he had the confrontation with Dabi. He said he told Mr. Aizawa to bring Koda back to Mandalay, and tell everyone that they could use their quirk and they're after me and Bakugo. Aizawa told him, "All right, then Zuko ran back to where Mandalay and them were at. He defeated both Moonfish and not Moonfish, both Spitter and Big Sis Magna." And he told Mandalay that Koda was safe. He with Mr. Aizawa, and she said, "Warn everybody to protect me and Bakugo, because the villains are after me and Bakugo, and tell them they are allowed to use their quirks." And he ran back in the forest, trying to save the others. And Mandalay relayed the message that Deku told him. He said, "What?" He said, "Wait, Midoriya is targeted?" He's like, "Wait, Azuka is targeted, Ribby?" Like, "Sue, don't worry, we got." He said, "Sue, don't worry, Azuka can take care of himself." Like, I hope so, Ribby." So suddenly Toga came to fight both. So same thing happened with Toga. Happened in Kanan. Toga was fighting both Suyu and Oraka. Suddenly, suddenly Midoriya got caught. Suddenly Soji caught or grabbed Midoriya and said, "Soji, what? Hey, what's going on? Soji, why you?" Like we in trouble. Like it's not safe to be here. Be going over there. And Izuku said, "Why? It's Tokiyami. He lost control of Dark Shadow." Wait, what? And Izuku said, "Wait, what?" And suddenly Tokiyami, Tokiyami with an unconscious moonfish screaming at him and saying, "Stay away from me! I can't control him. I can't control Dark Shadow." So Izuku said, "Tokiyami, please calm down." Suddenly, Shoji and while Shoji holding on to Midoriya was running towards Bakugo in them location, trying to escape. And during the time, both Kendo and Testa already took care of Mustard. So they both when Shoji finally found Bakugo Todoroki, Shoji was straight screaming, "We need some light. Tokiyami is lost control over Dark Shadow. We need light." Suddenly, both Bakugo and Todoroki used their quirk to shrink down Dark Shadow, helping Tokiyami to control Dark Shadow. Bakugo said, "Even still, you can't beat me." Tokiyami said, "Thank you for saving me. I'm in control now." And same thing like Captain Candy. Instead, Mr. Compressor captured 4 marbles. It was Bakugo, Tokiyami, Izuku, and AJ. So they're playing was try to take the marbles back from the team from Mr. Compressor. So they managed to grab 2 of them. So to their eyes, they only recaptured Tokiyami and Izuku. And suddenly 2 of the marbles were about to fall on the ground. Todoroki tried to grab both of the marbles. Suddenly Dabi grabbed both of them, and he unlocked both of them to either be both AJ and Bakugo. Izuku said, "No, AJ!" He was running toward try to save his brother and Bakugo. And the portal was closing right towards them. Both Bakugo and AJ said, "Stay back." And the portal closed. Deku punched the ground, causing the ground to crack. He said, "No, AJ!" And he was screaming in anger and defeat. So during the time, Momo already gave the hero the tracking device, so excuse me, so they could find the League of Villains hideout. And the same thing, Ken and Kirishima wanted to say Bakugo and AJ. Said I could have done nothing. Now, say my friend, but he told Izuku like he can, you can still save him and your brother. This is way out of hand. We need to allow the pros to do that. And still, you say, he's right. We have to allow the pros to do what they do. I'm with Ito on this. We should allow the pros to handle it. Suddenly, both Izuku and Kirishima, Todoroki, and Yaoyorozu was about to go save Bakugo. Suddenly, Ida came and said, I'm coming along with you." And Izuku said, "Why? What changed your mind?" Because You need someone to. That if this gets out of hand, I'm calling this off. We're heading back. He said. He said, right. So during the time of the when Eden and them was spring, they're playing in the action. Bakugo and AJ were getting beaten up. But during the time that Ultimaster was yelling at Dobby, he said, "You fool! Like you fool! I told you to capture Izuku Curry, not Arthur Curry, not to capture Izuku Curry, not Arthur Curry Jr. Dang, you can't do you guys can't do nothing right. Dang." Dobby said, I had enough with you. He put his hand down and just burned Ultimate into crisp, into nothing but ashes. And Shigaraki said, Dobby, why you do that? Like, I was sick and tired of him ordering me around. Ultimate put his blade toward his sword towards Dobby's throat. Said, "You're gonna pay what you did to Ocean Master." And Devil Ray had a gun pointed at Dobby. Dobby just burned the living shit out of Devil Ray, killing him. So AJ said, "Shit, if I piss them off, I'll be having the same fate as both as my so-called uncle, my bastard uncle, and Devil Ray. I really need to think this through." Suddenly, All For One came and said, "Oh, enough of this fight. We can't be fighting each other. So, two of our members are gone. So we do have two more. So why are our new members chained up? Take the young Shigaraki. Take those chains off of them." Bakugo said, "When he take those chains off, we could spring into action." He looked at her, at AJ. He nodded. So Shigaraki took off the chains off of both Bakugo and AJ. AJ, he said, All For One asked both AJ and Bakugo, said, "So, you two gentlemen, do you two want to join the League of Villains?" And Bakugo said the same thing like a cannon. And also AJ to say, "No way, I'm joining you guys." And suddenly they heard a knock on the door. Said, "Pizza delivery." Like, and Shigaraki said, "Hey, who ordered pizza?" He suddenly, All Might said, "Detroit smash!" They smashed the door, and the same thing happened in Canon. And suddenly the All For One fight began. Both AJ and Bakugo was surrounded by villains. And Nezuka said, "Only you can call out to the And suddenly Kirishima screamed out, "Hey, Bakugo!" And Nezuka said, "AJ!" Then Bakugo told AJ to hop on, and like AJ hopped on Bakugo's back, he straight exploded in the midair. Both Bakugo and AJ grabbed Kirishima and Midoriya's head, said, "You idiots! What the hell are you thinking?" And Ida said, "Bakugo, use your explosives to boost it out of boost it to the safety." And Bakugo said, "Don't tell me what to do." And Kirishima said, "We don't have time for this." So they boosted into safety. So the same fight, the All For One fight happened in Canon. All For One had told All Might that Shigaraki was Nana Shimura's grandson. All Might was in deep depression. He saw that same woman saying, "All Might, please save us." All Might mustered every last ember into his last attack, and All Might gave All For One the United States of Smash. and defeating all for one once and for all. And he did his signature pose and buffed up one last final time. Then he debuffed. He pointed at the camera saying, "You're next." And Kirishima looked at, saw what All Might mean. He was tearing up a bit. He said, "Oh, I understand, All Might." He was wiping the tears out of his face, out of his eyes. And Bakugo saw the tears coming out of Kirishima's eyes. And he had his suspicions for a while. Now it's true. So both Bakugo and AJ went to the police station to get interrogated. And everything. So the teachers were trying to talk to the parents on the whole dorm system. They finally went to Atlantis to speak to both Aquaman and Lady Mira, and they both accepted. They would go to do the dorm system. He said, and Mira said, "All Might, if we allow our two boys to live in the dorm, promise me. Promise me you will keep both of our sons safe. Part of me wants to just keep them keep them here in Atlantis, to be even safer here, because of our Atlantean guards. So promise me. I know you're gonna retire soon, but promise me to protect my baby boys. And thank you for saving my son AJ." And All Might said, "You're quite welcome, Lady Mira." And Aquaman said, "Yes, I agree with my wife. Please protect our boys." Said All Might said, I will do the best that I can." And they accepted it. They accepted them to do the whole dorm system. So the whole thing when the dorm happened, they did the whole tour around the dorm. But his thing is different. Bakugo told Kirishima to meet him at the training, that same area that Bakugo told Izuku to meet him at. He's like, "Follow me, you shitty hair." Like okay. Then both Bakugo and Kirishima was walking to the area. Before that happened, Bakugo asked All Might when he finished talking to his parents, said, "What's your relationship between you and Shitty Hair?" And All Might said, "Shitty Hair," like Kirishima. Like, yeah, I wish I could tell you. Wish I could tell you, young Bakugo, but I can't. And it says, "I'm sorry, young Bakugo. I wish I could tell you, but I can't." So Mitsuki said, "Koski, get back in here!" Like, all right. He just walked in there. So back to the fight. He said, he showed up, told Kirishima, "So, what's your relationship between you and All Might?" He's like, "Come on, man. Like, don't lie to me." Kirishima said, the Bakugo said, "Don't play with me, Shitty Hair. What's your relationship between you and All Might?" Like, he's just a teacher. He's the teacher of UA. All right, you're not gonna tell me, so fight me. Like, what? I'm not gonna fight you, man. The Bakugo straight using an explosion to hit Kirishima. He went to his hardened form. Like, come on, man, I'm not gonna fight you. Like, the Bakugo said the same thing like in Canon, but to Kirishima. Like, it's my fault that All Might had to retire soon. If I wasn't so weak. Kirishima saw the determination in Bakugo's eye. So Kirishima started full counting that. Bakugo's like, "All right, man." So suddenly the red light was sparking around Kirishima. Was like, "All right, man, I'm not gonna hold back." Bakugo smiled like, "All right." Then they started having their fight. Kirishima he wasn't using black. He didn't want to use black whip. He just used it full counting and its hardening quirk. So Bakugo was about to hit him with an explosion. Kirishima hit him with a red counter and straight punching Bakugo in his gut, causing Bakugo to push back a bit. So both Bakugo and Kirishima dashed toward each other. A huge explosion with red lightning was dashed toward. They both missed each other, then collide with punches and kicks. And Kirishima was saying, keep going at it and that back and forth, back and forth. Suddenly, Kirishima went to his unbreakable form, breakable mode, and decked Bakugo straight in his stomach. Bakugo managed to grab Kirishima's shirt and straight explode hit him with a straight explosion, causing him to get out of his unbreakable mode and have his palm straight toward Bakugo's face, to Kirishima's face. Said, "It's over." Suddenly, All Might came and said the same thing like in canon. He said, and Kirishima and Bakugo's rivalry truly begins. And Aizawa got pissed at both Kirishima and Bakugo, and All Might calmed down and Aizawa like in canon. But Aizawa asked who threw the first punch, and Bakugo said I did. So he said for Kirishima, 3 days of house arrest. So you had to clean the dorms, and that's for you, Bakugo. You have 4 days, and they did their whole house arrest cleaning. She was finally finished his, and Bakugo was still doing his. So the same thing like it can't. So the same thing that happened with Suyu, she was told her how she felt, and she would start, and Zuko was feeling most, and Suyu said, the most of all, I was worried sick if I lost my boyfriend. I don't know if my boyfriend was gonna make it back to me. She started tearing up, and Zuko said, I'm so sorry, Sim. I didn't mean to worry you. I just wanted to save my brother and Koski and Bakugo. That's all I wanted to do. If I lost my brother, I don't know what will happen to. I don't know what I'm gonna do. He went towards Suyu and passively kissing her. He said, I'm so sorry I worried you. I promise never to worry you again. And he hugged Suyu. Everybody else hugged her. Suyu was crying in Deku's arms. So the whole thing with the big three happened. But so everyone got their ass kicked. The only ones left was both Kirishima, Zuko, and AJ. So AJ, they tried their best to beat up Mirio. So they end up still losing. So so they did. So the whole thing now, the whole hero licensing exam happens just like in canon, but instead everyone else, all class 1A passed their hero licensing exam, because I'm not gonna cover the hero licensing exam. So the internship, here this thing, the internship gonna be different. So for Kirishima, he's not gonna take Fat Gum's offer. He's gonna go to Sir Night Eye. But for Izuku, he's gonna take Fat Gum's offer, and Sue and Uraraka are gonna take Ryukyu's offer. So the same thing what happened with Kirishima happened with Deku. So Kirishima did the whole thing with the stamp, and now he's doing his patrol with Mirio. And Mirio said, "My hero name is Lemillion." What's your hero name? Oh, and Kirishima said, "My hero name is Red Riot." That's a cool name. That's a cool hero name. So my hero name is Lemillion, because I want to save 1 million people. And suddenly a girl with white hair accidentally bumped into Kirishima and said, "Oh, are you okay? Oh, you had a tumble. Are you okay?" The girl picked up the girl. He said, "Hey, what's wrong?" Suddenly, a girl went towards Kirishima, grabbing him tight, Kirishima, wow, like what's going on? Watch this girl shaking. Why this little girl shaking? And suddenly a man with a plague doctor mask came. He said, "Oh, you found my daughter. My daughter. Can you please hand her back to me?" Suddenly, the girl said, "Please, please don't go. Please save me." He said, the Kirishima grabbed hold of the little girl and said, "What have you done to this little girl?" Like, nothing. You know how kids are. And Kirishima was asked, why is she covered in cuts and why is she covered in bandages? Like I said, you know how kids are to be cutting themselves and scraping their knees. Said, "You're not having this little girl. I don't believe that you are her father." But then suddenly, oh, the guy with the plague doctor mask was about to take off his glove. Ariel was trying to move, try to let go, let, try to get off of Kirishima, but Kirishima was still holding on to Ariel. Said, "I'm not letting you have this girl." And suddenly, the million straight punched Kirishima in his head, but managed to hurting Kirishima Mirio's head because he went to his harding for him, still holding on to Eri. Yet the girl, it was Eri, said, "I'm not letting you have this girl." Son, his body was sparking like. Then he dashed. He used his he used 35% of one for all full counting, and he dashed out of that situation with holding Eri. And Amelia said, "Damn it!" So Amelia started running too. Like, and then the guy with the all overall was like, give her back to me." Then he said, "Sir, oh, like, oh, we need to leave." Like the other he said, like, "Damn it, fine." So suddenly, Kirishima finally got away from Overhaul. Kirishima dehardened himself and deactivated one for all. Said, "Ari, are you hello? Hey kid, you okay?" Then yeah, thank you for saving me, but how about he comes back and hurts you? Like, don't worry. Like, she even said, "No worry, he not." So, can I please have your name? Oh, my name is Ari. Nice to meet you, Ari. I'm Kirishima. I'm Andrew Kirishima, but you can call me Red Riot. He said, "Red Riot?" Suddenly, Mario finally caught up to Kirishima and Eri. He said, and Mario said, straight up said, "Are you out of your mind? You really, you, out of your mind? What? Do you know what you just done? You just ruined Sir investigation. What you just did." And and Kirishima said, "So you want me to just allow that guy with a plague doctor mask just to take Eri, just to continue Sir Nide's investigation? How's that gonna be a true hero? I thought you want to save 1,000,000 people. How are you gonna save 1,000,000 people if you can't even save this one girl? That ain't manly. That ain't manly of. That ain't manly of you 1,000,000." And I could have take that as a man and allow this girl to go back to that man. He straight up grabbed Ari. Said, "I'm taking her to the hospital because she looked like she had some cuts some cuts on her." And Mary just sighed and said, "All right, we should take her to Sir." So both Mirio and Kirishima went back to Sir Night Agency and explained what happened. Kirishima got lectured by Sir Night for a bit, but Sir Night didn't understand why Kirishima done that. But the whole thing for the whole evasion for the Yakuza thing happened like in canon. Kirishima, instead of Kirishima going with Fat Gum fighting Rappa, Izuku fighting Rappa. So Zuka easily not beats Rappa with no ease. And Mario didn't lose this time. Instead Mario didn't went all ahead, and he never lost his quirk because Kirishima uses his hardening quirk to deflect the perfection quirk bullet. The whole fight between Kirishima and Overhaul started. So Kirishima easily defeated Overhaul using going 100% unbreakable mode and pushing his limit beyond going 100% of full counting and beating a little shit out Overhaul, giving Kirishima the win. And he deactivated One for All first, but then activated his hardening form. But he lost. But Kirishima ended up passing out because he overused both of his quirks. So Kirishima ended up in the hospital getting some rest. And so we're gonna time skip the whole thing happened with Gentle Criminal. Kirishima handled it, and the whole concert thing happened like in canon. So Zuko then Zuko went to Tsuyu, said, I want to show you something. I want to take you somewhere for our date. Like, really? Where? Then Zuko took both Zuko and Tsuyu went to their date. Zuko took her to his favorite spot in Atlantis. They had a romantic dinner and enjoyed each other's company. Then Zuko took her to his room. They had a talk, and he admired how beautiful Tsuyu was. And Tsuyu was blushing, saying, "Thank you, thank you, Midoriya." And suddenly Zuko just made out with Tsuyu. And here comes the 18 plus scene. If y'all not 18 years old, please skip around 3 or 4 minutes of this video. So you gotta count of 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm starting this 18 plus thing. So Zuko was just kissing on Tsuyu, and Zuko was kissing her, rubbing her breast, and kiss, and suddenly he was undressing Tsuyu. Tsuyu was undressing him, and Deku just undid Tsuyu's bra, and she was just sucking on her tits. Tsuyu was moaning and groaning and all that other stuff. Then Zuko took off her skirt, and she was eating Tsuyu out. She was moaning again. She was moaning even louder. And after a while, Tsuyu took off his pants, and he was giving him the sloppy 9000 with the long tongue wrapping around his python. And Deku was like, "Oh yeah," he was feeling that best feeling of his life. After a while, Deku finally nutted in her mouth. She managed to swallow it all. Like, he was shocked how she fought all that up. So he was still hard. He put on the armor. He said, and Studio said, no. I'm being on top because I'm not gonna get my ass broken, break my hope to be shattered from you if I be in the bottom. Luca said, all right. Then Luca laid on his back. Tsuyu straight prepared herself to get penetrated by Deku. Suddenly, Tsuyu went inside Deku's cock. Tsuyu was wincing in pain, and her pussy was starting bleeding a bit. He said, Tsuyu, are you alright? He said, yeah, I'm fine. So Tsuyu just waited for a minute. Then she was just going up and down on Deku. and Deku was feeling nothing but pleasure from Suyu just going up and down on his cock, going up and down, up and down. Then Deku finally grabbed Sue, and started ramming her in and out, in and out. She was just moaning in pleasure. He was going faster and faster, but Suyu said, "Whoa, slow down, Tiger. You can't control your own strength." I'm like, all right, but I can't help it. You feel so amazing. So after a while, they did 10 straight rounds. Deku was trying his best, but to hold back his strength. Suyu said, "Oh fuck, you just go all out." Deku said, "Are you sure?" And Suyu said, "Yes, go all out." Then Deku said, "All right." He went all out, giving her the best. She so after 5 more rounds, Zuko fully broke in Suyu, and she couldn't even move. And her eyes was rolled back where her tongue was sticking out. He's like, "Whoa!" He's like, "Damn, that was amazing." So he said, "Yeah, it was." She cuddled with Deku, and they went to fall asleep. So I'm gonna do a 3-year time skip. Both Izuku and Suyu and them would graduated UA, became top pro heroes, and Izuku and Suyu got to marry, and they became the prince and princess of Atlantis. And AJ ended up being together with Sirius, because he found Sirius' personality to be interesting. So we're gonna do another time skip. Both Suyu and Izuku got Suyu pregnant, so they had a beautiful baby girl named Illumi Curry. And during her time, Aquaman, Arthur Curry, has passed down the mantle of King of Atlantis to Zuko, and Mira passed down the reign of Queen to Suyu. So Zuko and Suyu became King and Queen of Atlantis, and Illumi Curry became the Queen, the princess, and AJ became the advisor of Izuku, and Sirius was just there for a ride, and Counter ended up defeating and killing his father, and becoming the leader of Atlantis' army. And that's it. And that's the end of the series. I hope you really like this series. I really had fun doing this. And I really hope you like this series. Hope you put in a like. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure you press that bell for any new video. Also, put down some requests on the comment section for any new what ifs you want me to do, and be looking forward for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna post part 3 of what if Deku was Meliodas, or part 2 of what if female Deku was Kate Bishop, or post a new series to replace Aquaman. And please be looking forward to that, or just do a redo of what if Naruto was in MSA. So this has been your boy, the Hollow Panther, wishing all my fellow Hollow a great day. Peace.